Monday. I sound more like a normal person. I don't quite sound normal to myself yet because I've still got that weird echoey thing that comes when your head is all clogged. But anyway, it's mostly gone now. And WB promises me that I do sound like an actual human and not like a rock who can talk, because my voice totally went and then it came back so gravelly that I guess he'd never heard somebody describe their voice as sounding gravelly, and he went, like a rock who can talk? I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I sound like right now. So, on the mend. Thank you so much for your patience and in knowing that you were not with Alive on Friday. Yeah, nobody would have wanted to see that I was an absolute state, and yeah, it wasn't great. Let's move on. Right, I'm going to show you what I've made with the November kit so far. So spoilers if you're saving those live streams for later. Here is a look at the desk so far this month. We have got a 4x6 portrait and landscape combination happening. We've got 2 smaller photos and mixed media coming across here. Mixed media, stenciling, whatever you want to call it. Journaling is going to go on there. We've got a grid layout with boxes. We've got another grid layout coming up this month. So there's going to be 2 grids, but that's okay. They're going to look different. And we've got this one from a week ago where the journaling is going to go in here. Lovely. Now, today we are doing Box and Details, which is a favorite composition element, composition style of mine, but it's one that I don't do on live streams very often because it can be really time consuming. So the idea being that you take your photo and you box out the page first. So I have today the 4x6 portrait. I just realized I should check to make sure nobody's going, you're silent or anything. Nope, we're all good. Okay. So I have the 4x6 portrait that we didn't use last time, and I'm going to use that today. And the idea being that you find a spot where that's going to go and you box out from there. You can turn this design any which way or mirror it and it's still going to work. Since he's facing that way, I'm going to put the photo in this corner here. It's not really tall enough to be the photo. Okay, there we go. So then you box it out. So I'm going to have a box that goes like this. Yeah? Then I'm going to box out the rest of the page. So I can make a box like this that has a big frame that can actually come down here too. Yeah? And then I need to allocate some space so that I have room for my title and I have room for my journaling, because there's going to be a lot of embellishment. So when I have a horizontal like this, that makes it really easy for the title to find a place right here. And it means that I can give myself a journaling space somewhere in here. But I could make that it, right? I could use this whole space as journaling and throw in a couple little embellishments and be done. Yeah? And that sketch would suit you really well if you had lots of story to tell and you were not looking to make an embellishment heavy page. That's not what I'm after today. So the embellishment is going to be in here as well. And there's going to be a lot of it. So I'm going to draw it simply here, but it's not going to be just a couple little pieces. Yeah? And then also there might be a secondary embellishment spot to kind of balance it up. So our sketch looks a little like this. If you want to screen grab the sketch hog. There we go. Right. What have we got? We have people who are already off work for Thanksgiving week. Hello. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving week if that's your thing this week. I'm going to go to my almost annual American lunch with a stranger tradition. On Thursday, I'm going to go to the Whole Foods buffet because British Whole Foods locations, the buffet is still Thanksgiving themed, even though it's not Thanksgiving here. And loads of Americans show up to eat. And then the seating is just like one big massive well, there's a few tables in a big bar. So you're just eating with strangers. But we're basically all Americans who've gone to the buffet for Thanksgiving dinner. And it happened once as a laugh, and now I go back every year that I can. And I am in town on Thursday, so there we go. That's my Thanksgiving dinner. Right. Hi, my name's Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally I need to make sure you're aware of that. Thank you for watching my hashtag advertising. I appreciate you being here, whether you are live, chatty, watch from Tomorrowland, are quiet, craft, don't craft, think about coming with craft and coming back to craft. Maybe you just want to do Christmas craft. We're cool with that. Any of it. You're all good, and I thank you for being here. Now, you can find links in the description box to do things like get the supplies that I'm using this month or next month and find classes that I teach. A couple little updates. Number one, on the hashtag advertising front, as it's Thanksgiving week, that also means there's Black Friday deals. Let me just double check that I'm not making the percentage up. I'm not. Okay. So scrapbook.com, which you can find my affiliate links in the description box. It's 10% off your order all this week with the code Black Friday, all capital letters, all one word. Yeah. Also, at the moment, there's 3 free gifts. They'll change as they run out of stock and move into different things. So right now you get a paper pouncer, a 6x8 Simple Stories paper pad, and a 3D embossing folder with poinsettias. That one's if you spend $20, but the other 2 are free with any purchase. And you can have the 10% off. So that's a lot of extra bits you can get. But important to note, next month, instead of doing a kit of all separate stuff, I'm using a certain kit. Do I have it next to my desk? No, I don't. The Ultimate Page Kit from 49 Market, which is a kind of cool, different kind of product than what I've normally shown in Best of Both Worlds. And I'm using the Christmas one. When I launched the kit, the Christmas one sold out really quickly, but it's back in stock. So if you were waiting for it to come back, it's back, and you could have it for 10% off and the 3 free gifts. As we say here, Bob's your uncle. So you can do that if you want. That'd be super cool. Also, if you ordered Christmas stamps, they are making their way out. I have done a bunch of emails this morning for people who went in the post box this morning, and then I've got another batch that are going out this afternoon, and I will email those people this evening to say that your stamps went out and so forth, but they should all be out by the end of tomorrow. And thankfully I had some help while I was infected. So thank you. Let's scrapbook. Right. We got everything? I think that's everything I need to know. Sorry, this little clearing my throat bit is the one thing I have left. I'm not coughing like a seal, but I do still have that little bit of... And I apologize. I know that's not the greatest audio. It's kind of annoying. Trust me, it's annoying in my own head too. Right. Auntie Caffeine says, do you think you'll ever do a Christmas collection? I did a Christmas collection. To be honest, I don't think I'd ever be invited to do another one because it wasn't a great success. But I loved it, and some of you loved it, so it's all good. Right. Bend and snap. Oh. So this is still the only photo from this show that I bought. Not that I'm not going to buy more, but because I need to make a decision and set myself a budget because holy moly, I could just spend all the money coins. Right. So I just have one so far. Now, where have I put all the rest of the paper? I have my 6x6. Have I gone really paper heavy this month and used it all up already? No, some of it's sitting over here, but I am lower on full sheets than I expected. But I've got the 6x6, so that's going to help me with all my blocking stuff, but I'm going to need some pages for the big boxes. Okay, so I have this and this. Oh, and that. Goodness me. Just double checking that I haven't ended up with something hiding here. So I have those partial sheets. I have these full sheets. This is not the one for this scenario. This I was going to use. This is fine. But yeah, I've used paper a little faster this month than I had realized. That's all right. I mean, the thing is, I've got more paper. It's okay. I'm just going to have a look at my screen over here for the things. Make sure I'm not losing the plot, that there's not something I've set aside specifically. See? It's annoying. Sorry. Now if I point it out, that will be so annoying to you. Right. Auntie Caffeine says, what was it called? It was my third collection ever. It was called Christmas Magic. I can show it to you. Let's see. Come here, magical cupboard. Oh, managed to catch my silhouette cable in all the cupboard doors. There we go, that's better. So Christmas Magic looked like this. In fact, the one that's on the top is one of my favorite papers ever. I still love this paper. So Christmas Magic had wood grain and a relatively traditional color scheme, but with the addition of mint. So red, green, and aqua kind of mint. So it looked like this. And it had that wood grain as well. It was quite retro. So this came out in 2015. Wood grain here and there. Wood grain polka dot. Maybe we just pulled this wood grain polka dot in today because it's not actually specific to Christmas. I think I can do that. Oh, this is also a favorite. Cameras and Autumn, I have your address. It's fine. It's okay. I know you're moving. It's okay, Autumn. Don't worry. Don't worry. I mean, you can worry about the fire zone and I will worry with you, but don't worry about your stamps. Your stamps are safe. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right. So yeah, this was the cameras and Viewmasters with wood grain. I don't know if you can catch the wood grain on your screen there, but the dark brown is not just solid, it's a wood grain. Of course it is. Lots of tonal greens, lots of tonal patterns all told actually. A Merry Christmas camera. Yeah, it has no handwriting. This was also it has both white and cream. That also. But look, it works to have white and cream with, it's fine. I stand by the choice. Yeah, so that was Christmas Magic. And yeah, let's go ahead and pull out that that wood grain polka dot because we can use that today. It's going to go with this once we throw some other stuff in it. Yeah. But yeah, Autumn, I've got you. So the only thing that seems to have gone wrong in my address system, so what happens, oh, in fact, I've got a whole solid, oh, sorry, brain, doing too many things at once. Okay, slow down. The only thing I felt really ridiculous about, and I sorted today, and is that I've got this lovely little filter to keep me nice and organized with, something. And if you email me after the pre-order regarding that, it goes into this folder so that when I go to do the addresses with each envelope, because I don't print them out, every stamp order is hand addressed, hand stamped, all of it. Well, hand stamped as in I put the postage stamps on. And I check to make sure that since your order, you haven't sent anything else. And the only thing I had missed by having this was one lady's, I went to go send it to her, and there was an email, but it wasn't about her address, and I had totally not thought about this. She bought the stamps, but also her husband bought the stamps. And she was like, we found out we both bought a set. He was trying to be nice, but I'd already bought one for myself. Is there any way I can get a refund? Of course you can. Oh my goodness, I feel so stupid. But yeah, that's all done. But yeah, everything, anybody emails me after the thing, it comes up. So I have a system where that all gets checked before my hand goes to pen to envelope. So you are all good in terms of stamps. Now, bigger picture, Autumn. How are you doing with your house in the fire zone? You are all safe. Your family is all safe now, yes? Yeah, so keep us updated on the most important things, you, please. Okay. Hey, Annalise just bought the Christmas kit from 49 in Market. Yay! And got her 3 freebies. No, it's not a new Christmas collection. This is my Christmas collection from 2015, a long time ago, because Auntie Caffeine said, will you ever do one? Well, I did one. I don't think I'll get asked to do one again, but if I did, I would say yes, because I love Christmas collections. But you can tell it was done in a very different style than I was going to say I'm allowed to. I think I kind of stand by those words, than what I'm allowed to design today. I had to well, not even I had to. It is a constant thing. In design world, you kind of have to prove and justify your corner to say, no, people will really buy this thing that I've designed with my hands. It's okay. It doesn't need to be reworked. We can use it as it is. Okay, so this page is from the kit, but I'm throwing in some Christmas magic because why not? Right, so let's start here. I need background. So let's do wood grain in the background. I love how I don't actually check for things like, I have no idea how much of this wood grain is left. This could be it. This could be my last sheet, and that's fine. Don't ever go back and look to see. My Christmas album this year is 6x8. Yeah, I'm using the Paige Evans album and extra page protectors from Vicky that fit inside. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah, I've done 6x8 for quite a few years now, and I prefer it that way. But my live streams on here will be 12x12 pages that'll go in my annual album. Auntie Caffeine said she didn't find out about me until Glitter Girl. Wow. Oh, the Glitter Girl collection. I see. Yeah, so Glitter Girl came after Christmas Magic. It's true. Yeah. Right. Okay, Autumn says, everybody in your family's safe. They weren't there. The EPA is still there, so they can't get back in yet. May not be able to return for years. Oh my goodness, Autumn. Yeah. Okay, well, our thoughts are all with you. And I don't know, I really don't even know what else to say. Well, yeah, it's really hard. Keep us updated. We care about you. Okay. Right. It's 6. Try to focus, Shimelle. Try to focus. It's okay. What else? There was another question there. Auntie Caffeine says, do you keep a version of your collections to never use and just keep whole? Nope. No, I do not. I use them until I run out, and I normally don't know that I've run out until I go to get something and then go, oh, nope, must have used all that. And that is where I stand. I love the idea of keeping like a whole little set of each collection all as a little package deal. But then I look around at the fact that I have a very small house and I already have a predilection to keep too many things. And so it's just something that I never started and I'm not going to start. I have a lot of evidence that it exists. Like it's in my albums. I use it. I have digital copies of things. I have all my sales sheets digitally. Yeah, it's fine. Right. Okay, so we can make a box that goes alongside of this. Oh, actually, the pink is an interesting call. I didn't think about it, but it looks nice with that paper. It's a nice change up from what's there. Like the contrast is good. I've got 2 of them. Okay, let's start there. It also means I could pull in this paper, which is from the kit, and I think I have potential here. Sorry. Okay, the other thing that is important about this style, this composition will be helped by lots of tiny outlines. That means it is not for the faint of heart in terms of using paper. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be layered up. Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, I'm just reading the comments to make sure I didn't miss something, but I think we're good. Right, so I need some paper that will outline things. I have black, but if we're dealing with browns, it would be nicer to have something warm rather than the cold black. Have I got any cardstock that would work? I've got cream, so I'll pull one of those out. Now, back in the day, I would have had plenty of craft and probably plenty of a dark brown that was called Java. But I don't know that I have any of that still around. Oh, I might have one sheet. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's been in here a while because it's a little bit dog-eared. And it's a little faded, but I think it's going to work. Might as well use it. I bought it at some point. Okay. Oh, yeah. That is dog-eared. What color is this? It's not Java. It's lighter than that. Carob. Okay. Okay, so we are going to put this on here first. And when I say tiny, I do mean tiny. These are not big mats. Let me take this one out so I can see the edge. Whoop. And I do mean little mats. Oh goodness. Camera just keeps refocusing today. I must just be going a little bit back and forth. It keeps going click, 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 click. I can hear it. So we've got that, and we want a line of this to go across, like that. So actually I can just put that straight over like that. So your photo is going to be the same size, same height, yeah? But see, if it was landscape, you could do it that way, yeah? It's just that it's the same size as the box that you put across, the long box this way. Right, then I want this one back here. How much do I want to take off this? I feel like I want a good inch frame all the way around. So if I want an inch frame all the way around, that means I want a 10 by 10 box. So let's take this to 10 by 10.
time. Why does 10 by 10 always end up feeling really small? It does. It just does. Right, brown ink. Let's do some edging, which is also going to help with the detail effect. Yeah. So this one centered here. You could make it bigger, but I wanted the wood grain to be visible, and we're going to pile up a lot of stuff on top, so also you don't have to make it bigger. And then this is going to go across there. So I don't need to ink that center join there, but the other sides, yes. Now, it's okay if this particular piece, as you put it down, whatever paper you've chosen here, feels big, bold, plain, shocking, because you're going to be piling a lot of stuff on top of it. It's not going to stay this giant, in my case, pink banner across the middle of the page. Okay, it's going to get toned down. So don't feel like you have to make it really plain to begin with. If you're using two 6x6s, just square that up so that your line top and bottom is going to stay nice and even. And then this is going to go along this sort of way. Don't worry, you could just put it over the join, but I would like it a little bit. Actually, if I put it right there, it's okay. I like that spacing. Okay, so I'm going to line it up with that. Okay. Oh, what did I do there? Taking the paper with it. Come on, now it's stuck to me. Great. There we go. Okay. Yes. So we've got a situation like that going. Now, where are we going from there? Well, let's look at what we already have. So I have this torn edge here, which I can then make into a straight piece. So we're going to do this, which means those two places line up to make my straight line. That's not right, is it? Hold on. No, I do want to cut to that corner. I just suddenly thought, why did I dent what isn't a corner? It is, it's it. Okay, so there's my dent from here. It's going to go to the other corner. There we go. So this can then come down in that corner. Sophia says about keeping everything. There's a borderline threshold between treasuring and hoarding, and artists and crafters are cursed to struggle with it. Yes, today was interesting because while I was eating my lunch, an advert came up, and earlier in the day while I was working on something else, I had this little background thought about, could I ever embrace being like minimal? Because I was like realizing I have a mountain of laundry to sort and going, could I be one of those people who doesn't have a stack of laundry to sort because she doesn't have a stack of laundry? She just has the clothes that she has to keep in rotation and not have all these other options, which mean then that I can let the laundry pile up. And I was thinking, you know, could I do that? Could I be that person? Do I want to be that person? Right. So I'm having that sort of thought process with myself at some point during today, right? Look how I'm just going to do this without warning you so that you can be brave. It's fine. I think I'm just going to take that across there. So then in the same day that I've had the thought, could I donate and sell on most of my wardrobe and become a minimalist in terms of clothes? I then get an ad at lunch for Christmas, like things that kit out your bathroom, like the bath mat and the towels and the hand soap and all of that sort of stuff. That were all a particular Christmas theme that I quite like. And I was like, oh, I mean, I have Christmas towels, but I think I could make the Christmas towels go with the rest of this. Do I want to be able to be like, here's my bathroom at Christmas and just roll it out every year like, ta-da, it's Christmas because the bathroom looks like Christmas. And then I had this moment of going, Shimelle, it was like an hour and a half ago that you were thinking about getting rid of all your clothes, except like 1 week's worth. So there we go. Trying to decide which side I want this on. Nope, I like it there. Okay. Let's take this up off. So yeah. I don't think I could do it. I definitely don't come from minimalism. My in-laws, however, they have like storage spots where you go if you need to look for something. You go to a cubbyhole or cupboard or something and it's empty. Like they have more storage than stuff to put in it. I'm not that. I have 0 cupboards like that. So, I don't know. Right, so we've got those 2 papers into the mix. I want to pick up some of the blue because I've got the blue up there, which is why I put that and this together. I thought these are 2 different collections, but the colors appear in both. Don't hugely want the white though because we've got cream, so maybe I just go with this. Oh, I didn't really want to tear that one though. I don't know why I did that. Just got into the habit. Okay. So I don't know where this is going to go yet, but it's going to go in there. Then other things. Do I want any of these either side? It's an option. It's got the blue too. Okay, maybe that one then. Yeah, I don't know how to be that kind of person where you have more storage than stuff. But some of you know Nikki because she's a friend of mine who's worked with me on projects before. Nikki is a minimalist. In terms of a sentimental minimalist. Now, not a minimalist in terms of you go into her house and it's empty and her storage is empty. But in terms of she can go to town getting rid of stuff. She has no problem ditching things and being like, you shouldn't keep that. You're just being a sentimental I don't know, she wouldn't actually insult me, so I'm having trouble imagining what word she would say. But she just wouldn't, she would not bat an eyelid at being like, right, you don't need this. And in fact, she was trying to convince her daughter, like, maybe we don't need a Christmas tree. And her daughter's like, yes, I'm sorry, but yes, we do. I mean, it's a rainbow, but we need a Christmas tree. But Nikki would be quite happy to be like, you know what? No, I don't need the clutter of a Christmas tree. When, you know, I've had multiple trees. It's fine. Our tree comes on the 2nd of December. So I'm excited for that. Right. So now we have to start piling this all together and figuring out where it's going to go. So I'm going to use the orange outlined journaling card. And I'm going to tuck it into these. And keep, oh no, because this is brown. I was going to say, and I can mat this, but actually no. Yeah, I am going to mat this. All right, bring me that. The brown, yep. So again, teeny tiny mats, not big ones. Oh, goodness. Autumn says that she knows that the building has survived, but there was looting and squatting, so she doesn't know the state of what's there. I'll cross everything for you. Okay. Oh, Shell says one approach is not superior to the other. That is a good way to put it. I like that. I do often feel like my non-minimal lifestyle is a failure. Like I'm failing to be a proper grown-up. I feel like proper grown-ups should be less about stuff. But also, I get a lot of joy from stuff sometimes. That's just it. Now, do I want this out here? Do I want it tucked in? At the moment, I'm liking it like this. Oh. She could cover up that torn edge entirely. Oh, this doesn't fit. Could put it over the edge there and totally lose that. That may be too big. I'll keep it out just in case. It may well be too big. Okay, what else we got here? We've got these. And I've got my polka dots. And I've got a variety of stickers happening here. These are that kit, right? I've mixed something in here because the puffies are here and they are not from this kit. But these are, correct? I'm not losing my mind there. Keep in mind that I did lose quite a lot of my mind while I was poorly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, one of the symptoms was very much a related to brain fog kind of thing. And oh my, no, it was not a fun version of brain fog. It started with fog, but then it just went to the most intense anxiety I have ever experienced. I was shaking nonstop. I was bursting into tears. No. And I had to like search, is this a symptom or am I having a nervous breakdown? Because it was all confusing. But it's really weird to be like in your head going, no, this is the illness, this is the fever, this is all of that. This is not your real train of thought. And so I was like, don't think about that too much or my brain might melt. So I'm glad that symptom is starting to ease. Not entirely gone, but it's there. It's going down. And I feel like as I've been more productive today, it's edged off and been like, yes, you're doing good things. It's okay. Every little step toward all the things you need to do. Right. Sophia says, non-minimal is only a failure if it gets out of hand and becomes overwhelming. And even then, it's not so much a failure, it's just often something that happens out of someone's control. And that Sophia would hate being a proper grown-up. It's true. I mean, sometimes I do wonder why I feel a pressure to be a proper grown-up when then I look at the clothes that I can wear now that I do this for a living and versus the time of my life when I had to wear a suit every day. I'm like, no, given the choice, I'm totally going to pick the fact that I could get up this morning and put on a Jack Skellington Christmas t-shirt. Yeah. Yeah, Pam, that is exactly what I had. I was not sure. I don't know if you say the name of the virus, do you still get like a warning sign across your video? So that's why I haven't typed it out or said it, because I don't know if they do that. It's not a video about that, but yeah, that's what I had. but not now. Getting better. Right. Okay. So title going up here. Oh, and I've got the wood grain letters here. Drink the tea. The others were not sick. Yeah, WB and the Adhesive Avenger are okay, but I have a feeling that they both had it before me. The Adhesive Avenger was really poorly Halloween week, really bad, but you know, refused to do anything about it. And I wonder, because the Adhesive Avenger picks up everything. You've heard him sneeze in the background when he's here. He's somebody who picks up every little respiratory infection or allergy. He gets them all. So he just kind of was like, oh, I must, well, he thought it was some sort of indoor allergy. So he bought a new vacuum cleaner and we vacuumed everything because our vacuum cleaner was getting quite old, and he thought, well, maybe our vacuum cleaner isn't actually getting rid of the dust anymore or something like that. And so, you know, that was his thought process of, my head is really foggy. I'll buy a new vacuum. Well, now that I say it out loud, it's so ridiculous. But it needed to be done anyway, so it's fine. And WB had like a really blocked head for like 24 hours, and then that was it. So I think normally I can stave off most of the illnesses that the two of them bring home, but eventually it wore me down and got me. I think that's it. So I think they had it before me, and then yeah, it got to me. But I will say that the theater has been filled with coughing. Like the whole show has this kind of cough, 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 cough soundtrack to the background at the moment because it's everywhere in London right now. So I think, yeah, it was going to get me one way or another. I was just surrounded by it. So there we go. Now, lots more details and a title. What am I going to call this? Like what he's singing? Should I put something else in as the title? I'm going to use that star sticker. I've got a bit of gold left here. Cool. I kind of want to put something other than the bird here. Although birds singing, that's okay. Oh, Tony said it was the first time that she's had it, and the family's been down for 2 months. I believe it. I believe that entirely. I haven't had it for about a year, but I have had it before. And it's been different every time. I've had like foggy head before. I have not had this weird racing heart anxiety thing that was unpleasant. I can tell you exactly I'm going to tell you exactly what it was, so that if you get it, then you'll know you're not having a nervous breakdown. It's part of the illness. It's the fever. And I was remembering basically every mistake I have ever made in my entire life all at once, like seeing it all flash in front of my eyes. It was horrible, really, really uncool. And the worst part was, I'm a ridiculously flawed person, as we all are, but I have plenty of mistakes, things I am working on, things that I have whole plans of going, take deep breaths and get through it. Yes, we're going to get all of these things done. Yeah. So, but this was like even things I did as a kid and things that I've done as an adult, all appearing in my mind, one after the other. And because I was unable to like stand up, I couldn't do anything about it. And I think that made it extra horrible. So there we go. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't think I really want to talk about it anymore. But I want you to know in case you have that, because it really did mess with my head. But I will say that fevers do mess with heads, right? Yeah. And I have like maybe every 3 or 4 years, I have one fever that does crazy stuff. And I was once taken to A&E because I was at work and ended up with a massive, massive fever and went a bit crazy in front of the classroom. Thankfully, did not do anything inappropriate, untoward, or anything. But one of the students just realized that like I was, it was like I was on repeat. I was reading, or it wasn't even reading. I was giving part of my notes, and then I would just get to the end and be like, do we understand? And then I'd just go back to the same section. And I did it like 4 times in a row. And they all started looking at each other going, I don't think she's well. And they went and got somebody. And then I had to like argue. I'm like, no, I'm fine. And they're like, Miss, you've done the same part of the lesson 4 times. Oh, maybe I'm not fine. So there we go. There we go. But that was with a massive fever that I didn't realize I had. So anyway. On that note, I'm working on it. I know that I have lots of things outstanding and horrible, and I'm not happy about it. It's not me going, it's fine. It's definitely not fine, and I'm working. And there we go. Auntie Caffeine said she had to sleep for 18 hours, be awake for 2, sleep another 12. Yeah, you need a lot of sleep, a lot of hydration. Yeah. Okay, let's not talk about being ill anymore because I know some people will be like, oh, I don't like people talking about being ill. So we'll just stop now. Okay, so details. I need some other shapes in here. I want something across here. I need to think of a title. That's where I am with this. Okay, so I wanted a box here and I'm not finding, like a sticker or something to do that. So let's look at this. Would that fit in here? Not that way, this way. Sure will. Oh, I could do it all the way across. Like that. Okay. So in this kind of detail, what you're looking for is kind of the puzzle piece effect. And that is not meaning that the pieces are going to fit together, but that they're going to nest inside each other. So maybe I should call it more like nesting dolls, but I don't know. My mind has always gone to puzzle pieces. So I want a piece that's going to go across there. I think I am going to leave the tiny little bit of white at the top. But I want a little map behind there. What about this color? No, that's the orange again. What have I not used? Oh, this one. What if I put it on there like that? Didn't ink it yet though. Sophia is making banana pancakes. She loves the recipe because it uses up loads of bananas all at once. What is everybody's favorite way to use up bananas before they just stand up and walk out of the room? So, banana bread, but as a muffin. In this house, we would just grab a cupcake tin, and so the bananas in, a bit of, we do bake with nuts in this house, so not for school, but if it's just for us, then yeah, I would have almond flour, bananas. Strangely, I don't like banana with walnuts, banana with pecans. I think walnuts and pecans are like my least favorite nuts to be in some sort of baked good. I feel like betrayed. I don't dislike either of them necessarily, but they also just don't make me particularly happy. I was checking to see if I liked it without the white space, but I don't. I want the white space. So I'm going to bring that down to here. Okay. And then a little tab up here. I know. I like it with the white space, she says, and then put something into the white space. But look, tiny, tiny little borders everywhere. So there's a little bit of orange going across there. Is that actually stable? I feel like the adhesive is not in the right spot to catch the layer underneath. That's better. Okay. Yeah, so almond flour, a little bit of normal flour, bananas. Brown sugar instead of white. Lots of cinnamon. Oats, and sometimes just oats and oat flour and not normal flour at all. What else would we put in there? Banana and cinnamon goes like banana, cinnamon, oat, almond. Yeah, that's basically it in this house. Maybe maple syrup if we have any going spare. Yeah. Right. Let's keep layering things in. So let's take this gold wiggle across to the edge of the navy blue. Then I've also got these borders. So I'm just going to cut this because it's got a rounded corner, but I wanted it a straight line, not a diagonal. There we go. So we can put more than one thing across here. Okay. Got the pink too. I do actually like all of it together. I wasn't sure if I would. I do. More. Who knew? You knew it was fine. Could do that with those thin washi tapes too. If you're always like, washi tape goes on forever. When am I going to use it? Look, you could use 2 inches of it. It'll be fine. 3 inches of it. Right. Can we do the turquoise up above this? Yes. Yes, we can. So what do we think about title? Should I just use the name of the song? Should I do something else? What do you think? I'm pushing it further down and now it looks kind of like a person, like it's a head and shoulders, like I'm just kind of looking up. I think it's okay. Right. And I've got, oh, I could have done navy as well. The navy might actually work better because it has 1 word instead of 2. Hold on. Hold the phone. The turquoise one is being put back for a second time. It's like, what? When will I ever get an opportunity here? See, I kind of like it just as a circle. Lose the tab. Don't think it's in the right place yet, though. Okay. It's going to look like a circle. I'm going to lose this side with something else. What can I put on that bit? Ink these edges and pop this up. Lyric from a song. Jen keeps thinking of titles based on the design, like Out of the Box, can't box him in. That's really cute. Dun, 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 pop dots. Let's pop it up with Papillons. That. Right. Elaine, that's really nice in the spotlight. What do we think? I like that. And I could use a couple of lettering styles here. Which one do you like for in and the? Or I could use one of each. In the. In. And then the. Let's see if this is legible enough. I think so. He was singing On the Street Where You Live. I have often walked down the street before. Trust me, you don't want me to sing until my voice returns. And probably my hearing. And let's see, can I do spotlight in these big wooden letters? Uh-oh, I've only got one T. Is that the only thing? And then I might be able to make that work. S-B-O-T. L-I-G-H, yeah. So I could do spot and then light. I think that might work. Only need one T. I don't have to Frankenstein a T. Oh. I was like, have I broken my nail? It felt like that. No, you've got a full stop on your finger. Bye, Allison. It does then make it seem like it should be, about 101 Dalmatians or something. Spot. Spotlight. I think it'll work. Should spotlight be sparkly? I could make some sparkly additions here. I don't see why not. G-H. Come on. Centers all want to stay inside. There we go. I don't like it when descending letters get just pushed up because they need to descend. But we all know I don't love it when things happen in the middle there either. I think it's the lesser of my dislikes today. Oh, yes, Sophia, you're right. Sophia says the amount of sparkle that is out in shops right now for the holidays. Silver sequins definitely in. You are right. And I keep getting an ad for pink sequin trousers. And I'm not entirely opposed to them. The only thing that keeps me going, no, don't think about it. Remember, like, I'm going to get rid of all my clothes this morning. No, I'm not. Was that I bet sequin trousers are hard to hem, and there's no way that like long flowing trousers are my correct length. Yes, I've seen the outfit at M&S, Sophia, a whole outfit in silver glitter. Sophia says she loved the jacket, but it wouldn't fit it, and she would have looked like a disco ball. I think there's nothing wrong with looking like a disco ball. I like the idea of looking like a disco ball. Right. Now, where are the 6x6s? Well, let's go back to them. We've got this space here. We got some stuff that needs to come over here. I need more of this pink over the other side. So we could tear this. Yeah. So I will just run it like that and turn it over. I might need to do some tidying of that edge, but we can handle that. Yeah, stick it like that, turn it over. Cut this extra off. Now, because these have these brilliant florals, that would be great details. Could have just put that there. Let's do that one because then I get two. Okay, so we'll cut those out. Okay. Kelly has bought 2 sequin tops for this holiday season. I love it. Auntie Caffeine has black sequin trousers and gets compliments every time she wears them. They're black denim with sequins all the way down the front. Amazing. Okie dokie. Here we go. Let's see how much damage I can do by speed detail cutting. I don't like this little tiny leaf. It's too fiddly to cut on a live stream. So I'm just gonna skip that one and go to these that hold their weight a little bit more. Why not? It's my paper. I can cut it where I want to cut it, right? Okay. So, also I'm going to do this to get some stuff out of the way. Make it easier to cut. I'm not cutting antennas. Sorry, little moth. My life is just not to a point where I can say I'm going to cut your tiny little antenna. Just can't do it. Okay, I've got that same leaf that I avoided before coming back here, so I'm going to avoid it again. And I'm just going to cut around this flower that's next to it, which is a really odd shape. So I'm going to rework the shape of that flower. So so it doesn't have a little trumpet coming out of it. If you like the trumpet, keep the trumpet, but it was looking weird to me. Okay. Right. So then I've got this little border piece that I can put in. Lots of ink on stuff like this where I've cheated because there's like teeny tiny little flowers in here. I'm not going around all of that, no. So it comes out like that. This is going to go underneath there. Maybe. Or over here. Oh, that has them. I feel like this one needs to go this side. Okay. So, I mean, I don't mind the placement of the flowers here so that the pink is next to the pink, but I don't like this. So if I bring it down here, I'm happier with the placement. It's going to take it down the edge here, but that's okay. I'm just watching that corner so I can get it as close to that spot without creating a little pink splash there. Yeah. Now, the other one from over here. Yes, a trumpetectomy. We have concerns over how do you wash sequin elements in the chat. As the person who does the laundry in a house where there are a fair few sequins from 2 members of the family, I am yet to get the adhesive Avenger to wear sequins. Long draping pirate coat I have managed once, but sequins, no. But WB has a silver sequin jacket and a black sequin jacket as it goes. And many of those flippy sequin t-shirts, one with lightsabers, one with a Lego guy, one with a stormtrooper. I think he has a couple others as well. Anyway, the flippy t-shirt, they can go in the wash. They just can't go in the dryer. I mean, actually, somebody put one in the dryer here one day trying to help out, and it didn't die, but I was a little surprised. So, yeah, I just put those in the machine to wash and hang them to dry. And because the water just drips right off the sequin, you don't have any, it's not like they're absorbing the water of the sequin, then they actually dry really fast. It's just whatever the fabric is underneath. It doesn't take any extra time. But there are some pieces where it's like sequins on a fabric that would get scratched. So if the fabric that the sequins are attached to would not wash very well, then the sequins will tear at it. So sequins on Lycra, oh no. I mean, like, it's a dance staple, but it's a nightmare to wash. And dancewear that you can't wash easily, it's just poorly engineered. No. Dancewear should be easily washable. Always. Those things have to be hand washed. I've never sent sequins to the dry cleaner, to be fair. I'm trying to think even costumes as a kid. I would just hand wash them here. And I have done so how I wash Lycra and other dancewear items that you can't put in the machine and they need to be washed. You know those racks that are meant for drying a sweater and they're kind of like the thing that you put cookies on after you get them out of the oven. Like, so it's a drying rack of some sort. I actually use them to wash those things. So you need a drying rack that will fit in your bathtub or the bottom of your shower, or you take it outside. And then I mix up the detergent in a spray bottle and spray it, and then use the shower head, because I'm doing it in the bathtub, so I just do it with the shower head, and wash it over that. And then turn around and do the same thing. And sometimes, because obviously that's not got the agitation of normal washing, so it might take more than just a spray and a rinse and a spray and a rinse. It might take a couple rounds of that, but it does work and it doesn't wear the fabric. Does that make sense? There we go. AJ says, did you know that sequins are originally made from gelatin? No. I did use, when I was a kid, there was a big trend for sequin waist. Has anybody used sequin waist, especially back in the 80s? So sequins are like punched out of a big sheet. But the sheet was, I'm sure that in some cases the sheet is like a giant thing, but in some machines the sheet was kind of like about that big, maybe even wider, not as wide. But it was like a sheet like this, like a big ribbon. And then it would roll along a machine and it would go clunk clunk and take all the sequins out and keep going. So then obviously you have the piece with all the holes in it that was left, which was called sequin waist, and it's made out of that same material. And so many of my 1980s dance costumes involved sequin waist bows, hair bows made out of that. And then you'd put it in your hair and it would, like your hair would catch in it. And so at the end of a number, you'd be like ever so carefully trying to remove your hair from the bow before one of the people who needed to rush you to the next thing just came and yanked it out. And you'd be like, no, I can get it. Oh, yes. Amy says, was it called Punchinello? I think there was a brand name of it for Punchinello. Yeah. Oh, Punchinella. I don't know if it was masculine or feminine, but yes, that's the stuff. Yeah. Corey says that when she first started scrapbooking, sequin waist was one of the first official scrapbook stencils. That's adorable. I did not know that. I love it. Okay, so we've got some more details happening here, but we still need more. So let's keep going. Now, some arrows we can definitely do. And and I got the polka dot out and I didn't use it yet. So let's do this. Let me show you. So let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Can you do this with a punch? Yes, or a die or whatever. Am I going to? No, I want them to be hand cut because the whole idea of all the little details for me is to show that it is a handmade thing, and because I enjoy doing it this way, I'm okay about it having imperfection in things like how wide is the halo around the dot. So you do want a halo here. I'm not trying to make it look like the circles are from a solid page of wood grain like this. I am trying to preserve the pattern. But I need some things that can just randomly bounce around in the space. So circles are great for that. So it wouldn't need to be wood grain circles. You got a polka dot pattern sitting around somewhere. You got a small punch where you could, or 2 punches, 2 dies, where you could do an inside and an outside circle. Yeah. Remember, if you are hand cutting circles, move the paper, not the scissors. The left hand is doing all the work here. Oh, see, I talked and moved my right hand a little bit more and I made it wonkier than usual. It's okay, I got plenty more dots on that page if this one's not savable, but it is. It's fine. we go. Right. Ink all of those. There should be 6. Yep.
Oh, AJ says Punchinella is still really popular in Texas with homecoming mums. Amazing. I had forgotten all about the parts of America that do homecoming mums, with these big floral celebrations, as it were. Yeah. Okay. So let's start it. We're going to start here. And then we're going to bounce. So this one's going to go that way. And this one's going to come up here. There. This one is just going to cut the top off so it lands flat at the edge of the pink. Come on top there. Bit too in line, so I'm going to try and separate them a little bit. And I had one more. There we go, it stuck to me. So I did start down here. Actually, I think that's okay now. I can put that one down there. Maybe this one comes over the top. Or in here. No, I do like it there. Just have to get it in just the right spot. Maybe it's this one needs to move back that way. Okay, then let's look at smaller round elements that they can bounce with those, like enamel dots. So first I can have a little heart in one of them. Actually, I'm going to put the heart down next to the moth. Bring all those pink things together. Okay, then little gold dots to bounce next to them here and there. Then I can bring in the other colors. Turquoise one there, navy blue one over here. Okay, but I got all this open space. Got some pink and turquoise dots sitting on my desk here. These are glittery. Which size have I done? Medium, I need a tiny one. Okay, and I've got some turquoise. I need one. Tiny dot. Tiny dot there, tiny dot down here. Yeah, so little groupings there. Let's also put some mist in here.
was too much. I'll fix that just a second. I wonder. Nope. I wondered if that would soak up gold mist. Not very well. Don't worry, I have normal cloth here. We're just going to have a little bit of gold shimmer on that one. If it ends up too much when it's dry, I could always cut a new circle, but actually it's going quite quickly and I quite like that. It's just got a little gold shimmer to it. Right, speaking of gold shimmer, we said we wanted some sparkle on this title. So I'm not quite done with the amount of detail that needs to go in here, but I am done with the time we have today. So I'm going to put this on and leave it so that I can sparkle up this spotlight. Don't worry what it looks like going on. I'm going to brush it out. So this is gold stickles, gold glitter stickles. Right. Then should have a teeny little paintbrush tip that I could use. Then immediately sees all the giant paintbrushes. But there we go. This one will work. Right. Then just paint this out to fit the letters. Now you could, if you're worried about how well you can control the glitter, glitter up your letters while they're still on the letter sheet or on a separate bit of backing, like a half sheet of Papios where you've got some sticker backing left. And you could put it on there and then you wouldn't have to worry about the fact that I could slip and paint gold glitter onto the background paper. I mean, I'm not worried because there are worse things in my life than getting gold glitter on the background paper. I'd be okay with it. So there we go. All right. Glitter these up. Just keep in mind that whatever paintbrush you use to brush it out, go wash it because Stickles is basically glitter glue. So it's going to glue up your paintbrush and then nope. Next time you use it, nope, not a brush anymore. It's just a stick. Nobody wants that. Have I done it? Yes, many times. So, learn from my mistakes. There we go. Nice and glittery. So I can leave this, not this, to dry and then finish the details. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, sorry. Yes. I thought I had said that when I talked about homecoming mums. Yeah, mums as in chrysanthemum mums, the flower. It's a floral display. Not your mother. Yeah. Right. Thank you so much for joining me. I will, I've got a little gold extra going there. Okay. I will keep you informed on the rest of this because I'm going to put more detail in here and more detail in here and get this journaling on. So it will be a very busy block, but you've only got one photo to take your eye to and it's blocked out. You've got, one bit of journaling. It's not the design you want to use if you wanted to write a whole chapter. But bearing in mind that I'll have more pages where I can write more about this, that's fine. Also, this is a design that gives you plenty of places for pockets if you want to tuck away extra journaling. This could be a pocket and you could put stuff behind here. This can be a pocket and you can put stuff behind there at any point. You can make that work too. Yeah. There we go. Oh, Amy is back to school next week. Now, Amy, how are you feeling? Have you done enough rest that you are not getting told off by the doctors? I hope so. So there we go. Oh, Sophia likes the combination of the dark wood grain and the bright fuchsia. I do too. And it wasn't where I was imagining that I would go with that photo, but I'm really happy with it. So yeah, it's going to have a little bit more detail. I probably will cut more of these dots and they'll appear a little bit more. And that's okay. Surprise, surprise, more. Okay, so if you do have extra crafty time over Thanksgiving, then maybe I will see you around. I have gone ahead and scheduled in a live to make up for what I was going to teach last Friday live. And as long as I stay okay, that should be fine. Yeah. Cool? Yes, I think that's everything for now. I will see you soon. Oh, Amy has permission to scrapbook again. Yay. I'm glad that you're improving and recovering and all of those things. Have a great week. If you enjoyed this video and you want to give it a thumbs up, that'd be super duper awesome. I appreciate you. Don't forget that there's 10% off at scrapbook.com and you can use my affiliate link if you were so inclined. That'd be great. I'll see you soon. Bye.